Guys, it's almost dinner time here for me. I ain't got to work on bugs yet. My dad come down here this morning to do a little work. Thought he was going to do a little work. He likes to tinker with like me. Anyway, the compressor was messing up on him. Don't you look what a compressor he built years ago. Look how thick the darn. I bet that thing could hold 10,000 psi before it blew up. I don't know what the hell that was he made it out of, but it's the most heaviest duty air compressor I ever seen. I mean, all right. Anyway, I had to fix that. It wouldn't shut off. It just kept on pumping. It kept pumping until the compressor motor would about lock up. I want to show y'all something else I built here a while back, or something I built here a while back. I got the bright idea one time. See that lawnmower back there? I wanted to run it off hydrogen because that thing sucks the gas, man. I mean, big time. And so I thought I'd make a hydrogen generator. So I built one. Looked online, figured out how to make one. And there it is. I was going to hang it on the side of it. What you do, you put water in that thing right there, that big jug, and you fill it up with water. Or don't fill it up, you put it about half full of water. And then you put like baking soda or something. I used sodium, I think. Not sodium, lye. And that way it'll conduct electricity, and the water runs down that hose there, down into that box. And in that box I have got about 62, I believe, stainless steel plates. Sandwiched together about maybe an 1/8 inch apart, or 1/16 inch apart, and got them wired up. And you run 12 volts to it, and then that thing will just start boiling, and it breaks the water down into hydrogen and oxygen. And then what it does, it comes down this tube here into the box, and then when you plug the power up to it right here on these two post, it'll build up to about 6 or 7 psi before it'll start bubbling it out this hose, this one. Air and water will be bubbled back up into the thing, okay, and the water will just fall back down in there then. And then the hydrogen gets caught in the top of this, and then it comes off of this tube, this tube right here. And you see I got a thing in here that, so if it was to backfire, it'll pop in here, keeps it from going in there in the jug. And then I got a blow off right here in case it was to pop in there, and right here on the side, safety valves. Anyway, and I thought when I first hooked it up, I thought, man, this thing's great. It's making a lot of hydrogen, because it seemed like it was, but it don't make enough to run my lawnmower. So that was a waste of time and money. Only thing I use it for now is I hook a balloon. I hook a balloon over the end of this, put 12 volts to it, and a big old party balloon about 15 inch around, and then let that balloon fill up. Takes about 2 or 3 minutes, and then I tie a piece of toilet paper to it about 5 foot long. Light the piece of toilet paper with my cigarette lighter, and then let the balloon go, and it'll float up in there way up high. I mean, just before the balloon goes out of sight, usually it'll blow up. That's pretty neat to watch. But alright, let me get back to working on my bugs. Oh, I wanted to tell y'all too, all this stuff you see is my dad's, not really mine. I mean, he used to be a maintenance supervisor and a plant engineer. And in the other shop I've got, the one I do mechanic work out of sometime, and some lawnmower work. My granddaddy died here a few years ago, 7 or 8 years ago, and he left that to my dad. So I opened that up to do lawnmower work and car work out of. But since he, when he got his Alzheimer's and retired, well, I'm taking care of them, so I don't have time to do a whole lot of work. So I know it looks like I got a whole lot of stuff. It's really my dad's, so I'm broke. I mean, that's one. I mean, I just didn't want y'all to think, hell, he got all kind of money. Shit, I'm broke. I know it looks like we got a lot of shit here, which we do. But it ain't really mine, it's my dad's, and he wouldn't part with it to save his life. So, Alright, let me get back to it. Show y'all something here. I don't know if we can see it, but this camera, the way it's made, it's got a DVR built into it. And you have to put the memory chip in there, and I don't think I covered this last night, but let me move this back and I'll show you. Alright. With this thing sitting here like this, see, I made me a little stainless steel metal plate right here and glued it right here because trying to get this darn little chip in there, you'd lay it on this stuff here and it would stick to it. It wouldn't slide. And even when you did like stick a knife or something in there to move it, make it slide, this is higher up than this stuff, and it would just hit the thing. It wouldn't go in there. So I had to raise it up a little bit, and I needed something that was slick to slide. So now what I do is, see, I just lay it in there like that with my finger, slide it in there like so. Alright, with the top on it, let me show you. With the top on it, see, hope you'll be able to see this. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but I can take and okay, now let me move this and I'll show you. See, I just stuck her in there. I just slid it in with my finger, you know, and until it clicks. Otherwise, there wasn't no other way of doing it. And to get it out, basically, I just grab it with my fingernail right here. I can do it with the top on it, and do it a little bit like that, and then let it pop out. See, and there you go. What bag of balloons I use? I can make some pretty damn big old balloons. And I'm gonna tell you what, when that hydrogen blows up, it's loud. I mean, it'll rattle your windows in the house. But it's the only thing I got to do with it. I don't know. I put it on a little. It would run my little push mower, the hydrogen generator I made. But the damn unit's too big. You can't put that on a push mower and push it around yet. And who would want to? I got to thinking I need a lost model alarm on this thing. So, bam! What do you think? Check it out. Oh, that killed me. I gotta quit fooling around. Get back to working on this thing. To see, I'm having a hell of a time with these soldering these places here because I didn't leave my wires long enough. Well, I mean, I did, but I mean, they just barely long enough. And getting down in between in this groove here to solder is a bitch, trying to keep your wires still. And you see, and they'll reach, but they just barely. Now them I left plenty long enough, but I didn't add no wire to these, so I only got all the motors wired up. It was a pretty good job. Got them soldered and heat shrink and then wire tied. I didn't have to wire tie these. These is in there pretty good already. Don't think they're going to be coming out. So on to the next project. Guys, I might have done covered this, I don't know, but somebody asked me about adjusting my camera. Could I adjust it and make it a little better? But I've tried before. I don't know if you can see it on there or not, but it's got threads. But you just can't make it out. It's got some shiny stuff on it though, like super glue. I don't know what they've glued it from the factory some way or another. It's not hot glue, I don't believe. It acts like super glue. I can't get it to budge. I've tried and tried. I'm afraid I'm gonna break it. But anyway, I'm pretty much done with it. Just got to put my props on. I've got my GPS mounted, my compass mounted. Had to make me an extension here to run on out so I could curl it under. And so when I put my battery on the Velcro there, this will fold around here like to so and hook up. And I still made it to where I can use this here. Thought about mounting this little camera here, right on top. But then there you go again. I'd be messing with my GPS probably. See, I got my camera board and all down there low. So I don't know what y'all think. I don't know if y'all can see it in there. I got everything neat and nice best I could. When I build something, I like to try to make it look decent. I put a little color in it with this green foam. I was going to put green on top, but I just didn't like the looks of it. I really didn't like a green on the bottom. It looks better black, but I was trying to give it some kind of contrast so I could see it better when I was flying it line of sight. That ain't going to help much, but probably should have just went with colored props. It's too late now and I got it done. Alright, I guess the only thing left to do is fly it. Make sure the GPS and everything's going to work right where I got it. I sure do like the way it turned out. Feels a little bit on the heavy side compared to my stick one, but we'll see how it flies. Alright, we'll cut to the video here in a minute. Thing, guys, I did put a light. I only put one though. One of these lights here. So you can tell if it's calibrated right or not. Because the lights will change color. So what I did was, I don't know if you can see it, but see it mounted on the top plate under there, behind the camera? I got it mounted upside down in there, and what it does, it shines straight down on those shiny metal pieces, so it reflects and you can see. Because the way I calibrate this thing is, the best way I found to calibrate it is I'll hold it like this by the two front arms, and I hold it good and flat and level. First thing I do is I just lay it on the ground, turn on my controller, then I plug my battery in. I wait till the controller gets through beeping and everything, you know, and once it's ready to start calibrating it, then I pick it up real slowly, hold it very level, one hand on each front thing there. Then I rotate it clockwise like this until that light turns dark green. Takes usually about 3 turns. And then as soon as it turns green, I just let it slip between my fingers here like this and let it drop straight down to where I'm holding it like this. And I'm holding it with my elbows against my chest and my arms kind of straight out to where it's only about a foot from my chest. And I just make a circle. Once it turns dark green, though, I just drop it straight down like that in my fingers, and I'm still holding on to it. Then I just keep on turning, and I never stop turning. Usually I have to make about 2, sometimes 3 turns that way, and then the light will turn red. And when it does that, it's ready. So, and that's the best way I've found to calibrate it. A lot of people call it the hubsan dance, because that's where a lot of people calibrate their hubsans. But I've tried every single way in every which direction and everything, and this one works best for me is to get a good stable lock where it don't move around that much. Before I crashed it and kind of got my compass out of whack or whatever it was, it was really good. Alright, we'll see how it flies. Guys, I don't know if you can see it or not. I just turned it on. Got 11 satellites so far. I'm sure to get more than that in a minute. It's doing pretty good. Phone messes with it when I get the phone too close, so we'll see if we can get it closer here without it messing it up. Let me see if I can get a little video going here too. Okay, I got the video recording too on the DVR on it. I hope the new camera angle works good. The wind's blowing a little bit, making it move around. It ain't moving too bad. Alright, I'm going to cut the phone off now and I'm going to take it for a spin and then I'll show you the DVR footage. Just seen it flew fine. Actually, it flew real good. I thought I was recording. I flew all over the place. Gonna get y'all some good DVR footage, but nothing happened. So I don't know what the hell's going on. I've took my camera back off. As you can see, it looks like it's working. I got the red and the little blue light flashing there like I always have. I got my memory card in it. You know, it's everything has been done. It's ready, so I'll hit the motor start button here. And the motor starts spinning. Okay, now I'll hit the record button and nothing happens. I mean, and it don't record any video either. I mean, I don't get no pictures. I don't get no video. I don't know what it is. I checked the voltage. I mean, I don't know what all these wires do. It's got a red wire, black wire, white wire, and yellow wire. Let me kill these motors. Okay. I know the red wire brings in the power. The black wire is the ground. And I checked the voltage, and it's got about 5.5 to a little over 5.5 volts coming in there. What I can't figure out though is yellow and white wire. I mean, I would have thought the yellow would be video, but I'm not so sure because I mean the camera's right here and it's hooked through one of them little ribbon strips. That's how it's hooked up. So I don't know. I've done had to pull this thing here on each side loose and pull the ribbon out. Couldn't find a thing wrong. Stuck it back in. I know I got that in there right. I just can't find anything wrong with it. It seems to be working, but it just won't. I mean, there's nothing wrong here with the memory card. You know, it pops in and out like it's supposed to. I don't know. But until I figure it out, there won't be no flight footage. If any of y'all knows what I might could check or do, I'd sure appreciate it if you leave me a comment down below. Maybe help me figure this out, because I don't know of anything I could have done. If y'all seen something maybe I did wrong when I was putting it in there, let me know. It's always something. Okay. If you know what it might be, let me know, or what to check, and what the wires are, or if you got one doing this, I don't know. Leave me a comment. Thanks.